going, because we tested this earlier, we're going slightly north and we're going to the west. There's another spire which is not phasable, so we'll go there. So look at the minimap, start flying out. Yeah, it's close to the Onslaught Harbor with the Scarlet. We tested it earlier. It has no phasing.
Where you do the quest where you see the Lich King.
Which one? This first one?
Which one? There's so many.
The first one?
The one where you need multiple people to do it.
Oh,
yeah, where you fight that guy. So watch the minimap of people moving. The coordinate is 4780.
Okay, that's right.
And if for whatever reason this doesn't work, and I'm pretty sure it will because I already tested this, we can go to the spot that I'll play the game and we'll do the guild meet there. But let's move. Okay, so guys, as you're flying, you're going to see like a really high spire in the distance directly in front of us. We're going to the top of that spire. So it's not as good as Arthas' spire, but it's like second good. You know?
It says 4780 and then leaves 4780.
Yeah, 4780 is kind of where we just were.
You're right. So it has to 1854. Yeah, 1854.
This guy.
So what
the
you're
big
saying...
castle over here.
Yeah, the castle that's on the west.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like the only giant ass spire that we're all flying to.
Well, except for all the other giant ass spires.
Yeah,
wait, Treatment got an achievement?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, so we would have done the guild meet on the top of the ICC spire if we could all see each other, but if we can see each other over here, we'll just do it over here.
Yeah,
we can all see each other.
The Gearmonger castle over here.
It's like it's a crown.
We could all see each other at a randomized grand for sure.
Guild meet here. All right, hop off your mounts so we can all like talk to each other, find your friends, get in a circle, build a campfire, whatever you want to do.
Nick, can you speak into the horn so I can hear you?
Yeah, I'll get over to the horn. Remember we did that at Duskwood? Like I would stand up at the top. All right, I'll stand at the sword and just yell into it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So if you need to speak, okay, here we go. This is the talking
turn
horn.
Around.
So this is the talking horn. If you have anything you need to say, you come to the talking horn.
I'm in front of it.
You have to hold the conch to speak.
Oh, this is the magic conch.
No.
Are you guys sure that's what you want to do?
Not Lord of the Flies.
Are we sure this isn't phased?
We're 100% sure this is not phased.
Today I learned
There's only
We're
four of us.
slowly popping over. There's only five.
Well, you're gonna come over. You're on a layer right now.
There are 5 or 6 of you that aren't on the proper layer, but you're slowly popping into existence.
Yeah, I'm watching you pop in.
Rocky.
All right. So we're gonna get started for time frame. I would say my game probably takes about 30 minutes. This guild meet, hopefully a little less, to give you an idea of what we're doing. So I'll just start by overviewing where we're at as a guild and where we're going. And Jay will talk about everything that we need for ICC. Douglas will talk about loot. And then again, if you have any questions, concerns, feedback, where we're at. So, hello everyone. This is exciting. This is really exciting because you should all be very proud of yourselves that you've contributed to a guild that not has only survived for 4.5 years, but like thrived. Like we've done all of the high level content. We definitely were not like a casual guild where we couldn't clear stuff. Like we got it all done. And it has been so much fun playing with you guys because when we started, back in, a little over 4 years ago, the plan was to kill Arthas. And many people also had that plan, but their guilds failed left, right, and center. We have survived not just because of leadership, but because of you guys. So without you guys, there is no guild. Unfortunately, that means and continues to mean that the goal is Arthas. So we want to continue. We want to kill Arthas on heroic, which will take some time because it's extremely hard. And then we'll continue through Wrath as normal. I will be here for as long as there is a guild to raid lead. I will be here. For Kata, there is no official plan, once again, for like us in any formal capacity. But I do know that some people want to do Kata together, so you can certainly play together. You can approach the officers if you're interested in being a leader. I know some people have said that they'll play Kata, but maybe casually. Some people have said, I want to do Kata, but I want to be hardcore. Ready Layer 1 in the shape and form as you know it, this is the last hurrah. So this is like our senior year. So it's pretty exciting. So give everything you've got to Ice Crown Citadel. Work as hard as you can. Spend the rest of your gold. Whatever you need to do to make us successful. This is the last big push. And obviously we're not going anywhere, guys. Like we're still going to be in Discord. We're still going to play games together. I personally play with a lot of other people here doing different games. We're all going to be friends for hopefully a very long time. So nothing is going to change. There just won't be a formal Tuesday or Sunday raid on the schedule in Cataclysm. Unless someone approaches me and says they want to, led by us. Unless someone approaches me and says, I want to be the officer for Cataclysm, great, I'll turn the guild to you. But regardless, so let's talk about some other things now, and then I'll pass it to the other officers. So just housekeeping items. Housekeeping. We haven't had a Sunday raid in a while, because we haven't had need to. Thank you, Ali. We are back to Sunday raiding. So if you have like a soccer practice or something, or your kids, like you're doing something on Sundays, whatever it is, please let your family know that, hey, the guild's back on Sundays. We're back on progression hours for ICC. So that's 4 hours Tuesday and 4 hours Sunday. For the couple of you that are worried on, what's the probability of how well does RLO do, we are capped on our progression. Because the way ICC works is each wing and overall total has specific wipe amounts on heroic. So once we get through our allotted wipe amounts, just like with a new Barak, right? You guys see that 50 at the top? Once you get through your allotted wipe amounts, that's it. So our progression is forced capped for the week. So if that means we're done 2 hours early, it means we're done 2 hours early. If that means that we need to go to midnight, we do need to go to midnight. You guys might remember also, midnight is not recruiting. Okay. You might remember that some of our best pulls come to... sorry for the person who messaged me. I'm on a train of thought right now. Their best pulls usually come at the end of the night. Not that I want to kill everything at 11:57. I really don't. I'd rather kill it at 9:40. But we might need all of that time. So to help minimize the time we spent in Ice Crown Citadel, please try to study some of these bosses, because the first night I'm going to do what I normally do, right? I'm going to explain everything as we go through. But if you guys study them on your own, or watch YouTubes on your own, or read up on your own, you can help us go ever so faster. Speaking of, Douglas would like you to know that he is right and I am wrong. So that means that the first ICC is the 15th. So that's not this Sunday, that's the following Sunday. So that means we have trial on Tuesday and ICC on the 15th. My plan for that day, because we only have 4 hours to get through 13 or 12 new bosses, is to do everything on normal, minus gunship, unless gunship gives us difficulty, which I don't think it will. I'll turn that down to normal too. So again, the reason that we're doing that is just to blast through so we can get the experience of the bosses, try to get the Lich King loot. Lich King is also hard on normal, so we may or may not get it. Who knows? Lich King's going to be tough. I don't think there's going to be any problems with our guild, knowing you as well as I do, with expectations. Like, we know we're not going to get in there and kill every heroic boss the first week. We know that it's going to be difficult. Some guilds who don't set proper expectations, they fail because, like, you guys remember we joked about midnight, but in all seriousness, for people that were there, they thought they'd kill everything in Nax first week, and then I think they went down like second week of Nax Ramus because they couldn't kill Saffron, right? Like, we know this is going to be hard, and we're going to work our ass off, and we're going to get it down together. It's going to be great. It's going to feel very rewarding when we get it down. So please study up on the bosses. Before I turn it over to the other officers, I do want to make mention of the legendary. So this legendary is obviously a two-handed weapon. Fortunately, we got very, very lucky. And I wonder if I can look it up for you guys. But we got very lucky where I think it's going to take, what, Ritz, like 8 weeks? That where we're at?
4 at minimum.
Yeah, 4 at minimum. It's going to be, we'll say 8 weeks.
Yeah.
It's going to be much faster to get this than prior legendaries. So, not trying to disrespect, like, Precursor, who got the bow, Andrew, who only got one of the two. Not trying to disrespect anyone else's legendary, but hopefully this legendary will have multiple of them, which is fucking great. So, I want to, again, restate.
Multiple Warglaives?
In multiple Warglaives, but it was only one type. This will go, this legendary will go out to multiple people. it will be awarded again by like effort you've put into the guild, your DPS, your attendance, how you help people, everything under the sun. It will be awarded. So if you do not get the first one, you have a chance for the second or the third or the fourth, because these are going to come out hot. And this, a part of the reason that we're doing normal, by the way, is because you can get pieces of Shadowmoor in normal. So if we kill the bosses in normal, rather than spending 3 hours on like boss number 2, right, or something like that, we can get more Shadowmoors. Yes. We do not know where it's going. So
everybody knows
Shadowmoor is going to Jay. Congratulations, Jay.
I quit.
And then,
titles.
Yes. And then after Jay's, it's going to go to NYC. So, Nick, congratulations on the first Shadowmoor.
Congrats, homie.
Thank you.
That's
All right, well, you don't know the second one. So, Nick, make sure for your list you block off the top of it. We'll talk about it. All right, so that's everything I have. I'm going to pass it to Jay or Douglas. Do you want to go? Which one are you going to first? Because Jay will talk about
See what I wrote in the
ICC.
officer chat. There was one thing you forgot to mention that I put in officer chat.
I said study the fights. You
Oh,
didn't-
did you?
Yeah, I very clearly. Yep, I said that.
You did.
Clearly.
Okay.
Nope, that was me. I was the only one talking.
I missed it.
All right,
I missed it. My bad.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Hopefully someone's recording this. So, by the way, Precursor and Rainbow, and if anyone else is missing, can hear this. Bram. Okay. For the next two, Douglas, do you want to do loot, or Jay, do you want to talk about what we need to do for ICC to be successful? Who wants to go first?
Well, I don't know. Mine's gonna
All right, Jay's been nominated.
make people bored. So
Please get to the horn, Jay, in the front.
Right.
Please.
Oh, I'm so
Horn.
sorry.
Right.
Yeah, please step up to the horn.
Hello? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Can't hear you,
Off the horn.
This
Thank
is
you.
very clearly made for. Oh, no.
Okay, we can hear you now.
Okay. So, I mean, it feels like it's going away from you, and you couldn't.
No,
but it's,
no, you're good. Now you're horny.
Oh.
We got speakers in here.
Giggity. Hey, look, real quick. There's a channel under Raider announcements called Phase 4 Info. I hope you've read it. You haven't. Some of you have, but some of those of you who read it probably already knew it. So, go check it out. It's a bunch of stuff. The top part of this kind of covers emblems. Double has covered it. I've covered it here. We've talked about emblems, like the tokens and stuff like that. I'm gonna move to this second part real quick about Ashen Verdict and talk about it and a couple crafted things real quick. Ashen Verdict is a new reputation we get in the next phase. There's cool stuff from it. You're gonna get a ring that is very good, and you've done reputation rings before. The first week I will be farming reputation all day. Feel free to come on and hang out, and we're just going to kill trash and then reset and kill trash. We've done it before. A bunch of us did it in Hyjal together. Come have at it and get you a ring. You should easily be able to get to Revered ahead of time if you can be online and play. And that's where the proc comes from. The Exalted one is obviously a step up, but the big step is at Revered. So come get that. Like I said, there's a couple other things as far as like crafted item recipes go. It also
ask a
requires.
question?
Yeah, feed me.
The rings are fucking awesome. What is the toll of exchanging it back and forth between Link and DPS ring?
200 gold.
I thought it was 200. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I will say real quick, and I don't know if I talked to the officers about this part, so we'll double check. But some of these patterns and stuff, they are bought with the new, whatever the name of the crafted material was.
Primal Serenite.
Primal Serenite. It says it somewhere. But one of the first ones probably needs to be ammo. Hunters, make sure that if you're going to need new ammo, you're ready to have new ammo. Because, well, it's a big fat upgrade for one. So, but the rest of these things are things we're going to try to be crafting for people. If you know you need these, this is why we've been asking for materials. We're going to try to make sure we're ready to be able to do this. This is why we've said if you can donate any of the stuff and all of that, and we're just waiting because cooldowns are going to go away, and we're going to craft all of this and do our best. The limiting factor will be the Serenite, and we'll play that as it goes. And I kind of think that's the bulk of what I have. Yeah.
And if you want to join us in like farming rep, as Jay was talking about day one, which is just like resetting a bunch, we'd be happy to have you, because I think a lot of people want their gear as strong as possible day one of ICC. Jay, did you go over how VOA works with like the upgrading the tiers and why that's important?
No, but I will.
Okay, because we said we'd do VOA for like the first 4 weeks, so if you want to talk about it.
Okay, yeah, I touched on which this is in the phase 4 info thing, but I touched on the tokens and stuff like that. But tying in the vault side of it, 25-minute vault drops gloves and legs of your tier. If you need gloves and legs of your tier, you should be we're going to try to be going as often as possible and as many times as possible to make sure that we can get those for people, because it skips needing to buy the one with emblems and needing a normal token. So we're going to be doing all of that. If you're running Vault 10-man or whatever, you can gather those things. The tier pieces, the tier in this phase just has 3 sets. And each one upgrades to the next one, including the piece you get from 10-man. Can still be a part of that. So feel free to be doing all of those things. And then Andrew is going to touch on and has touched on some of the heroic tokens and the way parts of that are going to go. You can definitely check his ping, but he'll cover that side of it. But that first piece, the lowest one, is going to come from emblems. If you're going to end up wanting the other pieces that he's going to talk about, you're going to need either a bunch of emblems, get lucky in Vault and get your pieces, or, well, that.
To clarify, Jay, also, we're doing split runs of Vault, right?
Yep. For
Yes.
4 weeks, we're doing split runs, which our guild has never done in its history. So because of that, we cannot force anybody to play an alt. We just strongly ask if there's an alt that you can give to the guild, at least for 4 weeks, because we don't want to lock everyone's like time in VOA, just for Vault. Because we understand that some of you might say to us, well, I don't want to be in the guild vault because I want to minimize or maximize my chance of getting it. So to do that, we do need to do splits, right? But to do that, we do need your alts. So we've never ever asked people to use their alts for the guild. So that's why, again, not required, but encouraged. So when we get to the first time that we can do the new vault, we'll go there. I'll split the groups, right? Say half and half, just to make things easy. And then if you're willing, welcome people that just got layered. If you're willing to use your alt to help us, I definitely will for the first couple weeks. Only going to do it for 4 weeks, guys. Then we'll free up your tunes.
How many splits are we doing? Just 2?
We're going to try and keep it to 2 because we, again, we don't want, we're not forcing people to use alts, because if I force people to use alts, then we could do 4, but we're not going to do that. Some people don't even have alts. So, yeah, good question.
Make sure you don't mess up your
ahead,
Vault
Jay.
lockout on Tuesday next week.
Yeah, so don't use your vault next Tuesday.
Vault isn't out next week.
Vault, yeah, we can't do Vault next
Well,
week.
yeah, but you could do the other one and mess up your lockout.
Yeah, Bagelins and R don't have like 10 alts. So what day does Vault drop?
Vault doesn't drop until the following Tuesday, the 17th.
17th.
So you can do whatever you can do Vault next week.
Wait,
The new boss is not spawning until the week prior.
That's what they've done every phase. The new boss doesn't come out until the next lockout is done.
Okay. All right. Any questions on anything we've said so far before we go to the last big part, which is Andrew's? Go ahead.
Hang on. Well, I mean, if it's arena season, the arena season starts on Tuesday.
Yep.
Isn't that what was announced? And but doesn't it? And Vault's still going to wait a week?
Yep.
Vault always is right. It's always on
Vault's
that.
always waited a week. It's done.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't know.
I mean, they haven't officially released the schedule, so they could change it this phase for some reason, but...
Just looking off the history, they'll wait a week.
Clearly,
You should never expect Blizzard to do something, for the player base.
Yeah, but would you expect Blizzard to be consistent?
Consistently
Oh, yeah.
shit, yes.
Hey, they restored my profession, so I'm good.
That's congrats on that.
I don't know who you paid off or sucked off, but that's
I'm happy.
I mean, it's a good deal no matter what.
4K
Yeah.
no los dos.
Okay. Continuing on, because I want to be mindful of time and getting to the game. Next thing is Andrew's. So, Andrew, do you want to talk about loot?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Loot list. The loot priorities are complete. They've been done since last Sunday. I posted they're done. So people should start looking at the loot rankings.
Oh, please stand up by the horn. Jay, if you could move, and Andrew, if you can go to the horn, please.
Fuck.
We can't hear you.
I
He's
can't hear
naked.
you.
Look for the naked guy. We can't hear you. All right. Thank you.
There we go. I'm speaking to the horn. So yeah, the loot rankings, loot priorities are listed. You're gonna see, if you look at a piece of loot, you're gonna see because I've already got questions about this before. You'll see a note, and then on the right hand side, you'll see priority notes. The note is just for your information. It does not have any dictating on who gets gear. The priority note is the one that you need to look at that actually contains any information. The stuff that talks about, what BIS is just for your information, and everyone else's if you want to plan out how you want to plan out your gear. Any questions? Sorry. You guys have until, I think, Thursday night to let an officer know if there's any changes you want to see to the loot priorities or loot ranking. If you're like, this loot is S tier, doesn't make any sense, should be lowered, you need to send that to an officer, ideally myself or Jay. Or if you're like, this shouldn't be caster prio, it's an MP5 item, what are you thinking, Double? Then, tell us that as well.
Does the loot list work in next phase?
I'll get to that in a second. So loot lists are going to work very similar to how they did this phase. Only put heroic gear on it. Do not put normal gear on it. So if you do it, it won't have a ranking. You'll never get it. It'll suck. It'll basically be as useful as a broomstick. So don't put normal loot on your list. For tokens are complicated. Heroic bosses also drop the normal 25-man tokens. This was the purpose of my giant post that I posted yesterday. Because we don't want to clutter lists with having both normal 25-man tokens and heroic 25-man tokens, we've limited the list to only being allowed to put on the heroic tokens. We will be handing out the normal tokens that drop from these bosses in accordance with the heroic loot token priority, which means that if 5 people are tied for the heroic token, those 5 people are going to receive their first normal token first. And then once they have got their first normal token, the people who are second to receive it or tied second will start getting their normal tokens. We will go in order as best we can. We are going to track this through TMB as well as our own list and make sure that TMB doesn't fuck it up like it's been doing in TOGC. Reason we're doing this and not just handing them out is we are not guaranteed to get the same tier tokens the same tier tokens. So we might get 2 normal conks and then 2 heroic vanks. It just sucks. That's just how it happens. So we're gonna try and hand these out as best we can. Any questions? I'm a Warwitz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any questions about Andrew's part with the loot?
Is Gargle gonna be fixed?
Is what?
Gargle gonna get fixed?
I don't know. We're gonna start. I'm gonna start actively tracking it. It's gonna only really affect the heroic tokens. So after loot uploads, I think Jay and I will just start checking to make sure it didn't get fucked up.
Yeah. We'll just verify the people who got it.
Yeah.
So before we open it to the floor and then close out, I've already got some questions. So if there are questions that you want to ask, you can either ask it on voice, or you can whisper someone if you're uncomfortable. And also, we've said in Guild Meets at past, if you want to make your question anonymous, just please message to one of us like, hey, I have a question, like, why does Yannick suck? But just make it anonymous, right? All right, so we have 2 questions so far. So one is, Douglas, did you say when we're unlocking P4 loot lists?
No, we didn't. So you guys have, P4 loot list should be unlocked Friday. We will hide all lists Friday. People can build their lists. You will have until end of day Wednesday the 11th to complete them, and then they will lock, and we will review them the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to make sure that they are correct and reach out to you if we find any errors for those 4 days.
All right, more questions came in. One was, why does Yannick suck? Blame my mom and dad. Why is Yannick awesome? Blame my mom and dad.
Anonymously.
Separately. Yeah, anonymous questions separately, by the way. One was officers...
Thank you, Acro. I think only you asked that. I mean, only an anonymous person asked that one.
Yeah. When you get a chance, can you address whether we will be doing the weekly raid quest for badges? Do we have an answer on that, officers? If not, we'll have to take it back.
Isn't that just killing a boss in ICC?
It's doing extra shit
be
on
anywhere.
that boss. It's like, oh, you got to channel
I
these
said my
5
mom and
crystals
dad
during this
blame
hard
Patchwork.
boss.
It could be Ignis.
Or it could be Sindragosa.
I mean,
Mechanic.
I can look at it, but my gut will tell me we're going to prio getting new heroic bosses down, but I can research more and get back to you, the person who asked that.
That's
My
worth
gut
10
says if
emblems,
it's
by the
easy,
way.
It's not stuff that's out of the way.
10.
If it's easy, we'll just do it on the way. If it's hard, maybe not.
Like it might be like kill 1 extra gargoyle type shit, like that, like small stuff like that.
I have to monitor how much time we're in the raid, and as always, I need to figure out where we spend our time. Okay, so good questions. Any other questions that came in? You can whisper any officers. All right, so now the last thing that we'll do before we talk about the game, and then people can head out. Does anybody want to take the horn? So Douglas, run away from the horn, please.
Since I'm right next to the horn, I'll go ahead.
So if anyone wants to talk at the horn, you can talk. Keep it short, and then we will disperse. All right, so Takano has the horn of speaking. Go ahead.
All right. First of all, I love you guys. Hope I get to see you in person again. And my schedule's been really fucking weird the last couple weeks. Like it's like every single day. I haven't had a single day to myself. I finally get scheduled a day off. It just so happens to be the day of my uncle's funeral, so I get to go and not fuck with my work schedule. How awesome is that?
I mean,
Well, we love you too. Sorry about that.
hope you're doing okay.
Yeah,
I need to go console my cousins. Luckily, it's only a 2-hour drive.
we understand. Thank you, Takano. And I like seeing you too. Does anyone else have anything they want to say before we wrap up?
I'll
Go ahead, Jay.
go out. Hey, I was out and busy a bunch of September, and Nick did his best to speak and cover for me and all of that. And a bunch of people reached out, and I was just really grateful and appreciative, and glad to be back and doing well. So ready for ice cream. That's all I had. Thank you.
I'm fucking excited as shit. I'm so happy that, as I said in the beginning, we've made it this far and we're gonna crush it.
There are new dungeons next phase.
There are new dungeons, and one Arthas chases you, and it's really cool. Okay, so I will tell you what the game is, and then you can decide if you... Well, I can't tell you because that would spoil it. You can decide if you want to bounce. I'd say it takes about 30 minutes. Multiple people can win. I am giving all of the winners 1,000 gold each, so we can have multiple winners, and it should be super fun. So I do need 20 to 16 players. It is not a scavenger hunt. It is a combination of skill and knowledge, we'll say. And if you have no interest in playing, you can hop out now.
What if we don't have skill or knowledge?
Then play anyway. And if you do want to hang out, just stay and raid. Like I said, I need at least 16 to 20 players. And if everyone else stays, then I can just do it with everybody. But if you want to jump now, we can call the guild meet over. And thank you for coming. And I'll wait a second if anyone needs to leave, and then I'll do the game.
Bye.
So,
I'm curious what the game is.
I'm curious.
I just leave.
Why is Nifty?
well, then, I mean, you can... If I tell you, you're going to jump start on it.
Well, no, that's why I'm waiting. But I don't want anyone to be offended if I leave, and I don't want to play the game.
Don't worry, we won't be offended.
Nice.
Wait, you were here?
All right, I'm removing some people.
Yeah.
left.
For now.
Yeah, I was third on the charts on the noob. All right, don't come at me like that.
Oh, well.
Third
I'm
on
holding it down
what?
out here. Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't realize we had a scrub chart. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Where are we going? Where am I supposed to be?
So right now I have 16, or not, I have, hold on, I have 15.
Yeah, that's right, Blue.
If you're not participating.
Yeah, is there
I don't
any...
think he'll be third on that, though.
So if I have one more player, I can do this... Oh, no, I would... Let me just do the math. All right, so right now... Yeah, I can only lose one more player. So, because that would be 16.
I'll stay, but hurry up.
Okay, you can stay then in case Nifty really wants to bail. All right, so I have the amount of players. Good luck to everybody. So that works. So let's jump on our ults. We're going to summon people over there. So the people that helped to make the game, if you can jump on your ults, we'll summon everybody. I'm going to give everyone assist.
Thank you, Double. Exactly.
All right, you're hopping over, and then Abe, I think you had a tune,
You see
right?
how there's 3 tanks? There's Hoofy, and then there's Nifty. You see?
I think it just says the healers like him. That's all it says.
I think what we can do, Jay, because then it'll make it fair, one of you or Nifty can jump out once I say it, because that'll be perfect. That'll be 16 players. That'll be great. All right, we are summoning people to another location. Stand by.
Also, just because, because that would imply with this list that healers, that I'm better than Nifty because I took less healing, but that's not true.
Yeah, that doesn't...
Healers like me less.
No,
so I got less healing.
It's a combination of things. It's a combination
Why are you
of things.
showing healing take?
And I don't think...
heal based on liking, or certain people have never got
Or
healed.
you'd be dead, yeah. But, I mean, like... It's not, it's not strictly that, for sure. You gotta keep the rate up some amount. That's, it has to be.
All right, I'm gonna ask for comms to clear up so I can explain the game so we can get started. The faster we start, the faster you can potentially win. All right, summons are coming out to some location. Ooh, mystery.
Oh, I need to
All
change my new stuff.
I mean, I can see where you are.
Yeah, I don't know where I am. Let's start just summoning people, because then I need to get back on my main. If we can get a warlock here, because my raid frames are not working.
Someone put up a Karazhan portal, and I've been kind of running towards Blackrock this entire time.
I saw you explore.
Get him. Good job.
I was confused. Where do I need to go?
It's been a solid minute since we had a Kara
summoning
portal.
you to this mystery location.
There's a good Kara portal.
And I didn't say for the game. I do need... So the way it's going to work is there's going to have to be 4 streamers. So when I make... So there's going to be teams. When I make the teams, I need 4 people that have the ability to stream. Or it doesn't work, because I said that the other week. All right. Did we summon a lock? Nifty, did we get you?
Nah, I'm riding my motorcycle through Red Ridge right now.
Sick, dude. Let me get you.
I get you.
You never know. Could be a trick. You don't know what I got in store.
If we're doing Brewfest, I'm upset.
We're not doing Brewfest. This is. I do not think we have ever done this in our guild's history. Put a lot of thinking into what I wanted to do for the last guild event.
Oh wait. Oh, I hope we're doing what I decided you might be saying we're about to do.
You don't know what to do. All right, is there a warlock here so I can switch over?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. Everybody get back on your mains. Remember you did that contest where you had to like run somewhere and kill yourself? That was great. All right, let me switch back over. All right. Hopefully we didn't lose anybody because it's not going to work if I don't have 16.
I missed the suicide knife toy.
Yeah, the suicide game was great.
Didn't we lose somebody? Didn't one person leave?
I hope not. Because I was repeatedly saying that I need 16, and I thought
Some people might be switching back and forth, though.
Yeah, some people are switching around.
Hey, it's
all right, switch back to who's got lead? Demonic, can you give me a lead? All right, please summon the last couple people.
I didn't get a summon.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. If you still need a summon.
For a year, they're just not zoned. Like me and Zanara can see each other, but we can't see anyone else. So.
All right, so if Felt, I don't know where Felt went. If Felt left, then I do need everyone here to play. And if you see like early on that you're losing and you want to bail, I mean, I guess you can. You don't have to be here for the whole 30 minutes, technically. Oh. But if you think you might win, you should probably go for gold.
Felt is a bitch, so it wouldn't surprise me if he just left without saying.
Well, you guys will learn, like, you'll see. All right, summon me so I can start the game. That's all we're waiting for. I just need, so I have to do something else to prepare. Please finish getting me to the front of BRD. Warlocks, make that happen, please. I am preparing.
There, we got 3 people now.
Nice, dude. Cinders. Allie.
Nifty, you beat me in the logs. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I'm kind of powerful like that.
He is the anchor, so
Yeah, I hold it down, dude. I hold it down.
Nifty
And-
things.
oddly enough,
Brimbley. Tora. Rocky Boldes. I can't even spell Rocky Boldes.
Man, I got a bunch of
Rocky.
mana potions in my mail. Fuck yeah.
Anu.
Thank you, Rocky.
Houdini, Zanara, Nick Senior. And then please, again, people who are streaming, if you can record so the people who couldn't be here can join us. Who's not here? All right, so did we summon Nifty? We summoned Jay. I'm going to get started.
what? Me and Nifty are here.
All right, summon them.
Nifty and
So
I.
I'm gonna do team leaders, and I'm going to separate the teams